So we did the if statement. The purpose of using the if statement is to check some criteria in program. And if that criteria is true, it will execute some stuff. If it is not true, it will execute some other set of statements. So among with that all the thing, basically it's for the condition, for the criteria based execution. And together with the if statement, we'll be able to use and or operator as well. We'll call that one as logical operators, the logical and logical or. So the purpose of using and is to check multiple conditions with one if statement. And if both the conditions in the left side and right side is true, it will enter into the if condition. Not only true, okay, we can add more than two conditions with the and statement as well. And the purpose of or operation to check either the left side or the right side is true, it will enter into the condition. So that's what we did till now, right? Yes. The next thing what you're going to implement is loop. And there are two types of loop in Python. The first one is while loop and the second one is for loop. The basic purpose of using the loop is to execute something repeatedly. For example, we have a topic or we have a concern which is just printing the number from 1 to 10. We'll not be able to use like print 1, print 2, print 3, print 3, 4, 5 up to 10, right? So we need 10 different print commands to do that stuff. So instead of doing like that, for example, if you want to have a requirement which is printing the number from 1 to 100, we'll not be able to use print for 100 times, right? It's not a right practice. So in that place, we'll be using the looping statements. And there are two types of loop in Python. The first one is while loop and the second one is for loop. The main difference is this is mostly suitable for condition based operation. And the second one is more suitable for sequential operation. Okay. So first, I'll just show you the working of the while loop. For example, I'm trying to create a program which is printing the number from 1 to 10. So that I'm declaring a variable I is equal to 1 because I'm starting printing from 1. So that's why initial value, I stored it in a variable and I named the variable as I. It can be anything. After that, the next part is the condition with the while loop. So similar like the if statement, while is a keyword. After the while, we need to put a space. After the space, we can have the condition. So here I'm adding the condition while I less than 10, I use a double colon. So inside that, whatever you have to do, you can add it with that tab space. Same like the if. Here I'm printing, let's say I. What will be the output if you run it now? Any guess?
From 1 to 9.
1 second. Let's say I'll just save it first. It will be keep printing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 because 1 never changes in any stage. It just set the condition. 1 is not incrementing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So after printing the value of I, the I should be incremented to 2, 3, 4, like that. Now see. Once it reaches 9, it stops the loop because initially the value of I is set it as 1. After it will check the condition. I is less than 10 or not. Yeah, 1 is less than 10, so it's true. So it will enter into the while loop. Then it prints the I. So it will print 1 in the screen. After that, your I value will become 2 because I'm using I is equal to I plus 1. So whatever you have in I, I'm adding 1 along with that. So the I will become 2. Again, it will go back here, it will check the condition. The value of I is still less than 10 or not. Yes, 2 is less than 10. So it will enter into the loop. It prints 2 in the screen. Again, it will become 3, 4, 5, 6. And why it's not printing 10?
It's strictly less than 10.
Yeah, so if you want to make less than or equal, this time it will print till 10, right? Also, what if I'm trying to use a print of I? What will be the output?
I don't know.
See, it will print the number from 1 to 11 because, okay, with the loop I printed till 10. After that, I became 11. When I became 11, that time only the stops the loop, right? After that, if you try to print the I value, it will give you 11 only. Because I should be more than 10, then only it will stop this. Got it? After that, if you try to print the I, it's 11.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm still trying to understand the order of the lines.
Yeah, actually,
Why
we
we cannot start with no, without the last print? Why don't we start with I equal I plus 1?
So, okay, you're trying like this,
print,
right?
under while.
Okay, okay. I got the point. I got the point. Yeah, then it will be a different thing. See, let's say I'm using it here. See the output of this. It will be different. 2, I missed the 1. It's entering into the loop. After that, I became 2. Then it's printed. Actually, I want to print from where?
From 1.
From 1, right? Or other ways. How will you make it? I don't want to change the order. But still, I want to print till 10 from 1. We can make this one as what? 0. Is that okay?
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Get the idea?
So we can change the order. It's just a matter of logic. Like
Exactly,
it's not
exactly.
necessarily
Yeah. No.
after
Python doesn't have any proper like strict restrictions of the syntax.
Okay.
Based on how you want to arrange the things, you can add it.
Okay.
And inside that, it doesn't have to be print anything. So even I can put hello. So what it will do? It will print hello for 10 times.
Yeah.
Because my loop anyway it's repeating for 10 times. So I'm printing some stuff. The loop is very important in all the programming language. For example, you're fetching the data from MySQL. Okay, you have a database. You want to fetch the data from SQL. So it will have more than one number of rows, right, in the SQL. So you have to go through first row, second row, third row, and all. It will be with the while loop.
Yes.
Got it? So whenever you have a reputational task, we'll implement the loop.
Okay.
And inside the loop, I can have anything, even a printing statement, even an increment, even I can have if statement inside this one as well. Okay, before that, okay, I'll just keep this I again. I want to print the number from, let's say 10 to 1. What are the changes I have to make it here? 10 to 1, reverse order.
So I equal 10.
Okay.
And yeah, it should be I equal 10 minus 1. No, I minus 1.
Okay.
And reverse. So set from 9 to here.
See, it will not give you any proper output. See, because now see what's happening here. Check the logic. I is 10. Okay, 10 is less than or equal to 10. Condition is true, right? Because 10 is equal to 10, right?
Yes.
So the number will become 9. It print 9 in the screen. After that, 9 is also less than 10. So it will print, it will become 8. It will print 8. Again, 8 is less than 10. After it reaches 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, its all values are less than 10. So your condition should be greater than or equal to 0. Is that okay?
Yes.
When I value is bigger or equal to 0, I want to stop the loop. See?
Yeah.
Got it? This is just something because we are printing it first. After we are just doing the thing.
Mhm.
So that's why it's not start from this one. Let's say just change the order. Okay. Got it?
Yeah. Yes.
And if you don't want to include the 0, you can just put only greater than. That's it. So it will be printing from 10 to 1. Have you tried the program even number, odd number?
Yes.
You got it, right?
Yes.
And you use a modulus symbol. What is the purpose of using modulus? To get the remainder.
Remainder is 0. Yeah.
Exactly. So the thing is, let's say for example, I have a number a is equal to 12, b is equal to 3. So I'm just trying to do this operation. A modulus b, the answer will be the remainder, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the 3 is completely divisible by this one. See, sorry, 12 is completely divisible by 3. If I put 5, it's not divisible. The remainder is what?
2. Yeah.
2, right? So here, instead of the percentage, if we use the division, it will be what? The quotient, right?
Yes.
And one more thing is if we use 2 double slash, what is called?
Floor.
Floor division, which removes the decimal value.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, can you try one simple program with the loop? I want to accept a starting limit. I'll write the question here. See, accept a starting and ending limit from user, sorry, and print all the even number. Sorry, I'll write it in new line. Even numbers in that range. You get the question? For example, you should ask end of starting. I put maybe 12. Then again I put end of ending. Let's say I put 18. So it should print 12, 14, 16, 18 like this. All the even numbers between the range.
Okay.
Can you try it? So here, instead of assigning the value, you'll accept it as an integer. And instead of this 10, I need a variable to be accepted from the user. That's it.
Okay.
We need two different variables. Let's say A and B. A will be this one starting, will be accepting from user. B will be the ending number, which will be accepting also from the user.
Mhm.
Try that quickly.
I have 10.
Because I value reaches 10, right?
Yes.
So what is my question is, after accepting the number, I had to check whether the number which the user entered is, can you put MM? Whether the number which the user entered is more than or equal to 0 or not. For example, if it is more than or equal to 0, what I need? I want to consider this as a positive number, right?
Yes.
So I'm declaring a variable p equal to 0. It can be anything, okay? If the number is more than 0, I'm using p equal to p plus 1. If the number is not more than 0, then I'm sure it will be a negative number, right?
Mm.
One more variable here. Let's say n equal to 0. After the loop, I'm just printing positive numbers, comma P, negative numbers, comma N. Try to run it and see. And when you're entering number, put some negative number as well.
Okay.
See, you got 7 and 3. You entered 7 positive numbers and you entered 3 negative numbers, right?
Yes.
So in that num, first initially you entered 5 and 5 is more than 0. So it changes the p value to 1. After that you entered negative 6. So it changes, the negative term is not more than 0. It will go to else. It will change the n value to 1. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 times you entered positive number. So it entered all the way in the p. So p we became 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it?
Yeah.
Then after you entered a negative number, so your n became 2. Then after you entered, did you get the logic?
Yeah, I'm still trying to.
So the p and n are different variable. Initially the values are 0. If the user is entering a positive number which is more than 0, then I am incrementing the p value to 1. That means, okay, I found one positive number. If the user again entered one more positive number, I'll increment the p value to 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. After the loop, we are printing p and n. So the p have the count of positive numbers and the n have the count of negative numbers.
So for example, here I have, for example, I entered 5, right?
Yeah.
So 5 is positive.
Yeah, because
P will
there
have
is no
it
negative.
initially,
Yeah.
0.
N will be 0, p will be 1, right?
Yes, P will be 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so how did it count?
See,
the P.
P is just a variable. I'm just using 1. I'm adding 1 extra with the p. P is initially 0, right?
Yes, no, like I'm asking, how did it count? How many positives we have?
Because it's going with a loop. This is only did one time. After that, again it will ask for the second number. Again it will do the same thing because my if is inside the loop. You see that? So you see there, if it is outside the loop, okay, it will do only one time. See, the program is repeating, again repeat, again repeat, again repeat for 10 times. So 10 times I am accepting number. So 10 times the if condition will work.
Okay.
See, you see that, see, this is not like this. If it is like this, okay, the if will execute only one time. Because see, it's outside the if loop, right?
Yes.
But I have the things inside, so it will execute repeatedly. For every input what the user entered, the program will check if again, if again, if again.
And the P we have here, the last print positive number P.
Yeah.
P is the last iteration we have.
Exactly. After completing the loop, it will just show the current value of P. For example, when you run the program, you didn't enter any negative number. So your n value will become what?
10.
0 only, right?
0?
Yeah, because n will not increment if you enter all the positive numbers.
N will be 0, yes, and P will be 10.
See, now it's P is incrementing, P incrementing, it's entering into the if condition, entering into the if condition, entering into the if condition. This time also. See, your n value after the loop is 0 because you didn't do anything with the n.
Yes, okay.
Got it?
Yes.
It's very important. Loop. Without loop, we cannot do any stuff.
Yes.
It's very, very important. I'll write few questions, try to complete it. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, 1 second. I'll just share my screen, then I will send you the questions in the chat. Next one is accept numbers from user and stop when the input from the user is 0 and display the sum of all the numbers. For example, it should ask like this: enter number. Repeatedly it will ask until I put 0. The program should keep repeatedly ask like this. Let's say I put 5, again it should ask. I put 2, again it should ask. Then I put 7, again it should ask. This time I put 0. After that it stops accepting the value. It should display sum is 14, like this. You get the question? You get the question?
Yes.
This we can do it, right?
Yes, I think so.
That's not a complicated one. That's easy. So the condition for the loop is when your number became 0, stop the loop. So it will be something like this. While number, for example, if you are using number not equal to 0, that is your loop. So you have to declare the number on top. Let's say number equal to 1. Okay. Inside the loop, we'll keep accepting the value like this. Number is equal to int of input. Then I will ask him a message, enter number. If this will keep asking the user to enter the number. See, for example, I'll write it here. I'll run it. Okay, I'll comment all the other stuffs. Run the program. It asking enter number 45, 4, 2, 7, 3. It's not stopping, right?
Yeah.
But if I put 0, it stops. How? Because I have a condition. While my number is, as long as if the number is not equal to 0, okay, do this repeatedly. Got it?
Yes.
This is not my question. My question is I want the sum of all the number what I entered. So we need one more variable. We need to keep adding the number with the variable. That's the logic.
Okay.
That's one question. Again. Accept a number from user and print the multiplication table of that number from 1 to 10. For example, it should ask enter number. Let's say I put 5. It should print like this. 1 times 5 is equal to 5. 2 times 5 is equal to 10. 3 times 5 is equal to 15 up to 10. Get the question?
Yes.
User will enter a number. Based on the number, I want to do the calculation. So here also, it's clear. Your loop should execute 10 times. You see that?
Yes.
So we need to make a loop, something like what you did before. I equal to 1, I less than or equal to 10, I equal to I plus 1. That will be there. But inside that, before starting the loop, you are accepting a number. You are keep multiplying the number with your I. Got it?
Yes.
I'll just share this program with you. Try to complete it. Sorry.